The MG T series is a range of body-on-frame convertible sports cars that were produced by MG from 1936 to 1955. The series included the MG TAR, MG TB, MG TC, MG TD, and MG TF Midget models. The last of these models, the TF, was replaced by the MGA. The TF name was reinstated in 2002 on the mid-engined MG TF sports car. The MG TA Midget replaced the PB in 1936. It was an evolution of the previous car, and was 3 inches wider in its track at 45 inches, and 7 inches longer in its wheelbase at 94 inches. The previous advanced overhead cam inline-four engine was now not in use by any other production car, so it was replaced by the MPJG OHV unit from the Wolseley 10, but with twin-soup carburettors, modified camshaft and manifolding. The engine displaced just 1292 cc, with a stroke of 102 and a bore of 63.5 mm. Power output was 50 horsepower at 4,500 rpm. The 4-speed manual gearbox now had synchromesh on the 2 top ratios, and was connected to the engine by cork-faced clutch running in oil. Unlike the PB, hydraulic brakes were fitted with 9-inch drums. Like the PB, most were 2-seat open cars with a steel body on an ash frame. A bench-type seat was fitted with storage space behind. From 1938 the car could also be had with a more luxurious stick-for-drop head COUP copyright body by Salmons of Newport Pagnell, and 252 were made. The soft top could be used in 3 positions: fully open, closed or open just over the seats. Wind-up windows were fitted to the higher top doors, making the car more weathertight, and individual bucket seats used in the fully carpeted interior. Complete chassis were fitted with a very basic body at the Abingdon factory and driven to Newport Pagnell to have their coachwork fitted. A closed airline COUP copyright made by Car Bodies, as fitted to the P-type, was also offered, but only 1 or 2 is thought to have been made. The T-type was capable of reaching almost 80 miles per hour in standard tune with a 0A circumflex 60 miles per hour time of 23.1 seconds. 3,003 were made, and in 1936 it cost a circumflex £222 on the home market, the same as had been asked for the PB. When first introduced, the model was known as the T-type, and only after the advent of the TB did the TAR designation come into use. Alan Tomlinson won the 1939 Australian Grand Prix driving an MG TAR. The TAR was replaced by the TB Midget in May 1939. It had a smaller, but more modern XPAG engine as fitted to the Morris 10 Series M, but in a more highly tuned state, and like the TAR with twin-soup carburettors. This 1250cc i4 unit featured a slightly less underscore 66.6 bore, a 19-stroke, and had a maximum power output of 54 horsepower at 5,200 rpm. The oil-immersed clutch was also replaced by a dry plate type and gear ratios revised. Available as an open 2-seater or more luxurious stick-for-drop head COUP copyright, this is the rarest of the T-type cars. Only 379 were made. The TC Midget was the first post-war MG, launched in 1945. It was quite similar to the pre-war TB, sharing the same 1,250cc pushrod OHV engine with a slightly higher compression ratio of 7.4:1, giving 54.5 bhp at 5,200 rpm. The makers also provided several alternative stages of tuning for specific purposes. It was exported to the United States, even though only ever built in right-hand drive. The export version had slightly smaller US specification seal beam headlights and larger twin rear lights, as well as turn signals and chrome-plated front and rear bumpers. The body was approximately 4 inches wider than the TB, measured at the rear of the doors, to give more cockpit space. The overall car width remained the same, resulting in narrow running boards with 2 tread strips as opposed to the previous 3. The tachometer was directly in front of the driver, while the speedometer was on the other side of the dash in front of the passenger. 10,001 DCs were produced from September 1945 to November 1949, more than any previous MG model. It cost a circumflex £527 on the home market in 1947. Fuel consumption was 28 miles per gallon imp. Its 0A circumflex 60 miles per hour time was 22.7 seconds, a respectable performance at the time.